Hi everyone, today our team will present Mart, translating high brand awareness into resonance for our global brand management course. In Taiwan, Mart is a very familiar convenience store name. Many people recognize it quickly. Its logo, its stores, and its presence in daily life. But our core question is, does high awareness automatically lead to strong brand resonance? In other words, even if people know the brand, do they feel emotionally connected to it? So, in this presentation, we focus on how Mart can move from being simply well known to becoming a brand that customers choose and engage with more deeply. Let me quickly walk you through today's structure. First, we start with project overview and brand background to set the context for Mart. Second, we show evidence of high brand awareness but weak brand resonance, mainly through our survey results. Third, we present our diagnosis of why Mart struggles to move beyond awareness, using the resonance pyramid logic and a concrete example like Bear. Finally, we propose branding strategies to build brand resonance, and we'll wrap up with a short conclusion on reclaiming Mart's core identity. Now, I'll begin with the brand background. Mart is one of the 4 major convenience stores in Taiwan, and the brand is operated by Lai Convenience Store. In terms of scale, Mart once reached a peak of around 900 to 1,000 stores, but today it is around 400 to 500. Mart also positioned itself as convenient, friendly, and innovative, with a focus on serving less central areas through flexible hours and a more diversified product assortment. On the right, I'll just highlight 2 key turning points in Mart's history. First, Mart started in 1988 through a joint venture with Circle K, which helped the brand build early recognition in Taiwan. Then, in 2005, the Circle K licensing ended, and Mart rebranded as a fully local company. This is an important shift because it marks the moment the brand needed to stand on its own identity. With this background, we will next move to the evidence showing high awareness but low resonance, and then explain what Mart can do to build stronger brand resonance.
We'll now go into the results of our survey, starting from survey demographics. Our survey was primarily completed by Taiwanese individuals aged 19 to 30, with a slight skew towards female respondents. Data patterns remain consistent across both gender and age groups. The next section of the survey focuses on brand awareness and usage. Brand recall of Mart lags slightly behind competitors, with a high recall rate of approximately 75%. Only 40% of respondents would be willing to go to Mart, however, and only 1 respondent had been to Mart within the past week. No respondents would choose Mart if they had to go to a convenience store the next day, and no respondents listed Mart amongst the convenience stores they like most. While many respondents can recall Mart, less are willing to go, and it is frequented, preferred, or liked by virtually no one. 92% of respondents could recognize which brand the Mart logo belonged to, with the majority of those unable to do so being foreigners, demonstrating high levels of brand recognition. 94% of respondents had heard of Mart, a slight increase from the 92% that could recognize the logo, once again demonstrating high levels of brand recognition. 82% of respondents had been to Mart before, meaning a vast majority of those aware of the brand have first-hand experience with it and can provide personal insight. This table presents some common Mart brand associations, which we used as the foundation for later parts of our presentation. Overall, Mart clearly demonstrates very high levels of both the recall and recognition components of brand awareness, but the strongest notable brand associations respondents had for Mart were that it provides delivery pickup, is uncommon, and mediocre, with a variety of varying negative associations littered throughout as well. Even from the initial brand awareness and usage-related questions, it is obvious that Mart's brand is struggling.
In this part, we are going to talk about the survey result of brand performance and brand judgment. Start with brand performance. The green boxes shows our strengths. People like our staff and think our brand is for everyone. The red highlight shows that customers are dissatisfied with the accessibility and interior design of the OK Mart. Next, turning to brand judgment. This data highlights our biggest challenge, differentiation. While the green highlights confirm we are a trustworthy brand that meets needs, the red highlights tells different story. Customers explicitly state we are not better than other convenience stores. We are failing to give them a reason to choose us over the competition. To summarize our finding, we see a clear divide. On the positive side, our staff is recognized as friendly and efficient, which maintains the basic brand's trust. However, the negative feedback is overwhelming. Customers are deeply dissatisfied with our interior design and poor accessibility. Basically, our service is good, but our physical environment is letting us down.
Regarding brand imagery, as shown in the table above, overall, OK Mart's brand image is weak, as the average score and all dimension scores are below 3, indicating a lack of positive brand imagery among respondents. Furthermore, as survey findings suggest that respondents perceive OK Mart as somewhat approachable, honest, friendly, and convenient, but generally lacking in boldness, modernity, success, and upscale image and charm. And next, regarding brand failings, the survey findings suggest that respondents perceive OK Mart as providing some sense of warmth, safety, assuredness, and social acceptance, but it is generally lacking in interest, excitement, and self-respect. And finally, regarding brand resonance, the survey findings suggest that OK Mart's brand resonance is weak, with an average score of 1.524, and all individual aspects scoring below 3, indicating a general tendency toward disagreement.
Now we are going to discuss why the brand fails to move beyond salience. We found that OK Mart is weak across all layers of the model, apart from salience. We try to analyze the potential problems and first look at the performance and imagery layer. Here, the brand suffers from a lack of positive brand association. Furthermore, the consumer experience is hindered by a lack of stylish and convenient interior design. Moving up to the judgments and feelings layer, we observe that the brand evokes weak feelings, specifically a lack of excitement and self-respect among consumers. Critically, when a product fails to meet consumers' needs, evidenced by a lack of diversification and differentiation, all of these contribute to weak loyalty and connection to OK Mart, which is the reason why the brand resonance remains weak.
One significant aspect that OK Mart can aim to improve is the appearance and role of the brand's mascot, the OK Bear. For starters, the connection between the brand itself and the mascot is weak. Aside from the clothes that it wears, which frequently change and are even sometimes missing the brand's logo or have it pictured too small to be clearly read, the bear has virtually no linkage to OK Mart. Similarly, the OK Bear lacks the brand personality that OK Mart strives to communicate, with a lack of intentionally inviting physical actions, body language, and expression of the OK Bear. The OK Bear also lacks consistent stories interaction. It simply feels like a stand-in for any company employee, giving viewers no true identity to connect with and remember. There's also a lack of strategic integration. With inconsistent commercials, event appearances, and campaigns, the OK Bear simply does not have the opportunity to aid in shaping OK Mart's identity. So, what are the main improvements that should be focused on? Firstly, the OK Bear's current design is heavily dominated by a color, brown, that is not consistent with OK Mart's branding. The brand's logo fails to draw the attention of viewers. While the bear generally has a positive expression, this does not do a strong enough job of conveying the warmth that OK Mart strives to show customers. Another important aspect to note is that the bear is simply not unique or notable in any way. The current OK Bear is just a brown bear, which are too common for customers to associate them with OK Mart specifically. Finally, the bear's expression and clothing are constantly changing, making it hard to keep track of. What would an improved version of the OK Bear look like? Here are some ideas that we came up with. To improve brand linkage, we can integrate the existing OK Mart logo into the mascot's team features, emphasizing visibility. While it still wears the employee uniform, the size of the logo on the clothing has been slightly increased for better readability, and the bear's ears have been transformed into the OK Mart logo. The primary colors of the bear have also been changed to match OK Mart's brand colors. We can also emphasize its cuteness factor. An inviting and friendly expression, along with the usage of the brand logo and signature colors, conveys the idea that OK Mart is a welcoming and a positive brand. Keeping its hand on the OK sign further ties the bear to the brand while displaying its positive attitude. Combined, this all makes it more memorable and connected to OK Mart. Then, it could be used to consistently represent the brand in ads, merchandise, and events so customers will begin to associate the mascot with OK Mart.
Here's the ready-to-eat food strategy. Many people know that OK Mart is the pioneer of fried chicken among convenience stores in Taiwan, which started selling fried chicken since 2013. Their advertisements say that you can enjoy delicious fried chicken even after midnight. So far, overall, consumers have positive impressions of the ready-to-eat food of OK Mart like fried chicken, and the sales numbers are good. Based on these advantages, we propose products diversification, differentiation, and combo offers as our strategies. First, we can collaborate with FCF, which can not only expand seafood offerings, but also save some money for OK Mart compared to collaborating with other companies. Second, we want to highlight Taiwanese local delicacies, not only fried chicken, but also like fried squid and chicken tails and so on. Third, we can use bundling to drive sales of other products like snacks and drinks. All of these strategies are trying to improve brand judgments in the short run.
Following on, I will now focus on how OK Mart can deepen the emotional connection with their customers. Currently, OK Mart plays a very passive role in the IP merchandise market. They mostly sell general retail items or standard blind box that are easily available at other convenience stores. This lack of exclusivity makes it difficult to build a unique brand loyalty, resulting in a low consumer loyalty. Therefore, our core strategy is targeted differentiation. By securing exclusive distribution rights, we aim to lock in high engagement niche communities, ensuring that certain products can only be found at OK Mart. Coupled with experience-based collaboration, we aren't just selling products, we are selling an emotional connection and a sense of participation. Our ultimate goal is to create a cult following effect, significantly boosting brand stickiness and establishing an innovative image. Next, we address the in-store experience. Currently, our OK Mart's interior design feels outdated, characterized by dim lighting and disorganized shelf layouts. This creates a poor shopping experience. We realize that due to the high ratio of franchise stores, a full-scale renovation is both costly and difficult to execute. To address this problem, we propose a 3-tier progressive renovation plan. Level 1 starts with lighting and layout adjustment. This has the lowest cost but the highest immediate impact. Level 2 involves optimizing seating area to improve the stay experience. Level 3 focuses on a full-scale transformation for flagship store as a long-term goal. Regarding execution, we recommend starting with directly operated store by using data to prove that better NBIS equals better operational performance. We can effectively pursue franchises to follow suit. This approach minimizes resistance while gradually evaluating the overall brand image. So finally, to summarize the report, we plan to enhance judgment through our thoughtful strategy, creating brand feelings through exclusive IP partnership, and repairing our brand image and brand performance through store renovation and the OK Bear redesign. Through this 4 strategy, we hope to help OK Mart reclaim its original brand positioning to be convenient, friendly, and innovative. Thank you.